Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you? Look at your background. So good.
Thank you for your time. Hello from Costa Rica and welcome to my home.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Well, first of all, I'm always very interested about learning about the genesis of the stories, from
hmm
writers, like the
hmm
very first time that a story takes shape in your brain. And I
hmm
understand that you yourself used to work at a matchmaking company.
Yeah, I
This
was a
is a
matchmaker
story.
for about 6 months in my 20s. And
Wow.
I got that job because I couldn't pay rent being a writer. You know, I needed to pay rent and pay for food. And at the time, and it was just the only job that I could get in New York City. So
Wow.
that's why, I mean, yeah, so that's why I worked on it for 6 months. But I was inspired every day by
Yeah.
the job. Every day, I think that I was thinking about maybe making something about it because it is just such an amazing insight into what people are feeling and thinking. Because people
A
are very
plethora of
honest.
stories.
Plethora of stories, and people are very honest with the matchmaker. I would say
Wow.
more honest than with therapists, right?
Like in the movie, they
Because
say.
yeah, exactly in the movie. Because they will just tell you, they tell you exactly what they're looking for in their love, and it will always
Wow.
reveal what their heart desires. And the
Hmm.
thing that I would run into all the time is that what their heart desire is to feel valuable, right? Because it's so scary
And
to want love. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, I know. But how do you curate what is left out and what's included in the story? Because there must be multitude of stories from that experience. How do you choose what to keep, what
Yeah.
to leave out?
Well, I think that so much of it has to do with like, well, what is the centerpiece of the whole thing? And then the centerpiece of the
Hmm.
whole thing is this one line, I'm not merchandise, I'm a person,
Yeah.
right? It's that's really the
Yeah.
thesis of the whole film. So because of that,
Hmm.
it's I feel like I would leave out anything that isn't about that, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Wow, I mean, smart, really smart. Well,
Yeah.
actually, I have to tell you, I was pleasantly challenged by the film because I came in
Okay.
looking for a rom-com, the love
hmm
triangle, rich guy, poor guy, material girl in between, and I
Yeah.
ended up thinking about self-worth, value, competitiveness.
Yeah.
Wow, and I found myself thinking, art is subjective, but if it was up to you, what
hmm
would the message be for the people? What would you like for people to take away from your film?
Well, I feel like Walter, it sounds like you had the perfect experience for me. You know what I mean? I feel like that would
Okay.
be that would be the perfect thing. But the thing is like
Hmm.
I think if it inspires you to think about and to want to talk about your own beliefs about love and
Hmm.
dating and your own value and your own worth and what you value and what you
Sure.
think is worth. I think that once you actually are able to re-examine and to think about and talk about it as a result of
Hmm.
this movie, that's the dream. You know,
Yeah.
if it affects your life and then the way you think about love, even a little bit, to me, I'm like, oh my God, like that's the fantasy for me, right? As the
Yeah.
person who made this movie. Yeah.
Well, it does spark conversation.
Of course, and I think that's the thing. It's an alive thing because the audience is alive, and we're all different, and we're all unique.
Yeah.
And the movie, if the movie's alive, and the movie is, if it's
Yeah.
alive, it's a live thing, then what's going to happen is that it's going to spark uh, so many conversations, so many thoughts,
Yes.
and when you use the word challenge, I'm like, oh, fantastic. Like how
Yeah.
amazing.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm happy you liked it.
Yeah.
Talking about your film as well. Is there any parallel between the dating market and a
Mhm.
filmmaker looking for
Hmm.
finance, production, colleagues, and stuff?
Yeah. Well, I think that there is always a bit of matchmaking that happens in any job because I feel like any job requires people that are involved in it and then finding the right fit. Like think about how we say the right fit for the job, right?
Yeah.
So I think
Mhm.
that
Checking all
absolutely.
the
I think
boxes.
checking all the boxes for the thing. But at the end of the day, that's what I think is also true about filmmaking that, for example, when I was casting this movie, I was thinking about it very much as a matchmaking because I
Hmm.
had the characters already and I go out
Uh-huh.
looking for, as like a matchmaker, go out looking for the soulmate of each character, right? And of course, it'd be nice if they checked all the boxes, but at the end of the day, you have to fall in love, right? I have
Hmm.
to feel inspired and fall in love with the idea of Dakota as Lucy and Chris
Yeah.
as John and Pedro as Harry. I have to fall in love with that idea.
Hmm.
And then in return, the actors have to fall in love with the characters, right? And all three of
Yeah,
them
of course.
did. So
Hmm.
so I think just like anything, I think filmmaking, you still have to, yes, you have to check boxes, but you still have to go where love is. Go where love
Wow.
is.
Part
Yeah.
science, part alchemy. That's great.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all alchemy,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking
Yeah.
about your cast, you led a very stellar cast.
Hmm.
And I was wondering, this is a very sensitive film. You're a very sensible person, a
Hmm.
sensible topic as well. What are the
Hmm.
pros and cons of having
Hmm.
a cast that is so high in their celebrity status? Because sometimes that
Oh.
does come in between. I don't know, pros and
Well,
cons
I
there.
think that, I would just really treat them like they're just actors on my set. So I
Hmm.
feel like I try to something that I know is really true is that, like all three of my actors, I would say that really understand the central premise of the centerpiece
Hmm.
of the whole film, which is I'm not merchandise, I'm a person, right?
Yeah.
Because all three of them have experienced being treated like merchandise before, as you can
Oh,
imagine,
yes.
right? If you think
Sure.
about it.
Sure.
So they really understood that. So a part of them working on my movie was to be treated like people and to play
Hmm.
people, right? They want
And
they're
and
showing up to play human beings. Yeah.
yeah, and do you think the media or the public understands that? Because sometimes
Mm.
I attend a lot of junkets and I see that they only
Yeah.
ask about what about Pedro? What about Dakota? What about and you're like, what about my
Yeah.
movie? What about my message?
Oh, well, I think that no, I think that's amazing that they want to talk to them because they're doing amazing work. So I don't
Sure.
really feel that way, but I think that the thing is like I think it's they would be the first to say, yeah, but what about the character? What about the
Yeah.
person?
Hmm.
Right? Like I think they would be
Hmm.
more eager to say that almost because they felt so passionate about they felt so passionately in love with their characters. And I think you can see in the film. I think what's hard about it is, of course, honestly, it's not that hard for me, but I think it's what's hard about it is it's probably the what all the attention that they probably feel,
Hmm.
but it
Yeah.
doesn't affect
Yeah,
me very
sure.
much. I just look at them and I just see my actors playing my beautiful characters, my beautiful actors playing beautiful characters. Yeah,
That's great.
yeah, yeah,
As a writer, I have this question because, you know,
yeah.
I know that one is supposed to write freely and without thinking about anything else, and then you rewrite and edit your writing and
Hmm.
everything. But you're also the director of the film. So I was wondering when you're writing the story, does the
Hmm.
director part of your brain comes in like, how are you going to shoot this? Where are you going to shoot this? Like the director
Mm.
interfering with the writer at any point?
Interesting, because I think that I actually am led more by my writer. Like I feel like
Hmm.
on set. As a director, I think the writer is there more. Like I feel like when I'm
Really?
writing, I'm not worried about the director. As in like I'll know how to do that. Like I'll figure it out. Like my director will
Mhm.
figure it out, right? Me.
Right. Yeah.
But then I think that when it comes to being on set, I'm like the writer brain is the one that's there being like, that wasn't the intention. Right? It's like we're like, that's not what we wanted,
Uh-huh.
And then the director is like, like, oh no. So I think it's actually that the writer is the boss for me.
The
This is
writer
not true
takes
about
the
all
lead.
directors. Yeah, this is not true
Uh-huh.
about all directors, but for me as a director, the writer is the boss. Yeah.
Wow, that's very confident to
Yeah.
know. And I don't know if I'm running out of time, but I have another question for you, if you don't mind. In my research, I found that John's apartment was modeled after one of your husband's earlier
Yeah.
apartments.
Yeah.
This
Oh
shabby
yeah.
little,
Oh yeah, a three-bedroom made out of a studio apartment. They
yeah,
turn a studio apartment into three-bedroom.
it's
So
almost
it's
inhuman.
it's it's almost inhuman, yeah. Like
And
sardines. Yeah.
it's like sorry, cancer is right.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Are there any other autobiographical cues to look for in the
Oh.
movie?
Oh yeah. The play that John is in.
Hmm.
It's an old play of mine. And it literally
Ah,
has my
cool.
name on it. It says by Celine Song.
Ah, that's
So
nice
in that universe,
Easter
I'm doing a
egg.
play there, you know?
And is it in the movie? like in a blinking
Yeah, it's
music
the
moment?
movie. Oh yeah,
Oh,
no, no.
mhm,
You know how that moment where John comes and says hi
mhm,
to Lucy and Harry,
mhm.
before they go to
Yeah,
the bar,
yeah.
like after he does his play.
Oh,
Yeah,
hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Then you can see behind them the poster. Yeah, yeah.
Well, thank you very much. I am
Thank you
indeed
so much,
running out of
Walter.
time. I hadn't seen
Yeah,
the messages.
yeah.
Thank you very
Okay.
much. Thank
Thank
you
you
very
so
much.
much. Thank you, Walter.